Hello guys, this is Russian Thomas Fan 2010 here, and today I'm gonna talk about my top 10 favorite Russian steam locomotives. Well, I'm a Russian 15 years old boy who loves trains. But speak of them, let's see them. Number 10 is P36. P36, it is a last steam locomotive built by Soviet Union. It is in Khrushchev era. It had been a passenger locomotive, but I like it, especially with its blue livery and the Trans-Siberian Express train. I like him as a Trans-Siberian Express train, or by alternative name it is Golden Eagle. It had been preserved anywhere in Russia, especially in museums. Number 9 is T. T is the locomotive that had been built by the Floridsdorf Railway Works in Vienna, Austria. This engine is built during the World War. It is a trophy engine, but I always wanted to talk about another trophy engine that also had been built in Germany and received after the World War. Number 8 is the SU. SU, it is the engine that built by Sormovo Railway Works and Kolomino Railway Works. They are teamed up to make their own engine, and they did it. This is slightly a combination of the engine works between the railway building. Number 7 is TT. TT, it is the steam locomotive that is just like T had been built, that I have talked about previously. He's built in Germany, but after the World War, they've received him. That is a trophy engine. And next, number 6 is the мягкий знак. Мягкий знак, this is for Russian is a soft sign. It is the soft sign 2021, but its number, not the year of build. This engine had been working in its early age, in his early years, in the Caucasus Railway. But later it had been preserved in Rostov-on-Don railway station, but it later moved into a works to be mended and steam again, and it had been demonstrated at Baltysky Vokzal in Saint Petersburg in 2023, of course. And where it is my favorite railway museum. But well, but this engine is old, I think. Number 5 is L. L, it is the steam locomotive that had been built by Baldwin Works. It is a steam locomotive that it is support from America to Russia in the World War II. Yes. This engine had been sent to Russia to work at the railways in here. But it's now preserved in the Saint Petersburg Railway Museum on the Baltysky Vokzal. But for the American viewers, you might know about the American railways and the Baldwin Works. If you know it, click a like. Number 4 is S68. S68, it is the Sormovo, another engine built by Sormovo Railway Works. And this engine, it had been built before the revolution in 1910. It is very old engine. It had been built way older than me. But it had been worked at the it had been built for the passenger works. Maybe he's preserved after the revolution. We don't really know about it. But it has been preserved at the Railway Museum in Saint Petersburg. It had been preserved. Comment here what is happened to this engine what is in the revolution. Number 3. OV. OV, it is iconic Russian locomotive. It is iconic and it has a nickname, Ovechka, which translates to Russian language a little sheep. Those OV locomotives are built before the revolution in the 1890s and 1900s and early 1900s. And maybe some of these are used as armored trains, and some of them are preserved at some places. And if you want to see more about the informations, click, if you like trains, click like. And those Ovechkas are built anywhere in Russia, at every railway works, in Sormovo, Lugansk, Kharkov, and any railway works in Russian Empire. They had been built everywhere, and especially Sormovo. Number 2 is 9P. 9P, it is a iconic tank engine in the Soviet Union and Russia. It had been built in Sormovo, but also it is a steam locomotive. I like it too. But this one is a iconic. They are common tank engines in the Soviet Union, especially in the 30s. And if you might see this one in every railway museums in Russia and other post-Soviet museum of railways. And also if you want to see some more videos, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Also, this engine is probably preserved everywhere in the post-Soviet countries, especially Russia. Number 1 is мягкий знак 2012. Actually, it is a soft sign 2012. But I used this one for my OC. It is my it is my favorite locomotive of Russia. And this engine is rarely preserved everywhere, but it's preserved in Moscow. But I used it for my OC, Stepan. But my OC is called Stepan. But I rarely like this engine. It is my really favorite one. It is also had been worked at the Caucasus Railway, at the North Caucasus Railway, and maybe this engine, it had been built in the 1897. This engine is the oldest engine preserved in Russia. It is still working today, and its steaming you might see at the Podmoskovye, at the Podmoskovnaya station, if you might see this one. Guys, those are top 10 favorite Russian steam locomotives. But I like I would like to add some more, but I added only 10. And maybe I should make another video, but I have to think what is the plans for my video. Now guys, that's all. See you in the next video.